Hello guys, my name is Desmond and I welcome you to my lesson for today where we'll be looking at your mathematics. Obviously this is part of paper 2. So ladies and gentlemen, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very much important because what I'm about to say is massively. Massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. Coolly. By so saying, please, Hamisa, please do make sure that by the end of each and every lesson that I conduct, you learn something new. Very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So guys, as I've indicated, in today's lesson, we'll be looking at statistics. Hey, something is missing there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me quickly correct it. Something is missing there. Let's see. Statistics. Yes, it is now correctly written. Okay, so good people, without going deep, for the last time, let me just confirm. Is everyone doing okay that side? Can you hear me? Can you clearly see over there?
Yes, I can hear and see clearly.
Okay, 100%. It seems like all is good. So, good people, I want to tell you guys that it is very much important that you understand the type of a problem that you are dealing with. It's unfortunate at your level in high school, you are not really in a position where you might fully understand that the problem that we are trying to solve under this chapter of statistics. But what I can do, it is just to break it down such that it makes sense in terms of how we are going to tackle this chapter of statistics. So this chapter, it is broken down into 4 units. So I think we'll do each unit per lesson. So we've got unit 1, which focuses on measure of central tendency, where we are dealing with ungrouped data. Very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So remember, guys, for those of you who are in the library, all of this information is written and posted there in the library. So these are the notes that I use to prepare for my lessons, and most importantly, when we'll be solving for exam type of question papers, I'll be using the very same notes to answer the questions. So which means in today's lesson, we'll be focusing on unit 1, where we will do some calculations based on those. So this is actually the beginning of this chapter. So just make sure that you watch this lesson until the end. It's being recorded. I'm just hoping all is good. And also make sure not to miss my upcoming lessons. So under unit number 2, that's where we focus on measure of dispersion. So remember, guys, what I'm actually doing over there, it is just to indicate to you that when you study, you don't necessarily just open a textbook and start focusing on unit 2 without you starting from unit 1. Very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So just make sure that when you study, you follow the table of contents, or otherwise you follow your page setter. It guides you in terms of what you're supposed to be focusing on in each and every grade. So just make sure that you follow the arrangement, especially as I've arranged in my lesson for today. So under unit number 2, probably it's going to be in tomorrow's lesson, where we have a look at the range, quartiles, interquartiles, interquartile range, semi-interquartile range, percentiles, and lastly, 5-number summary. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, that you do not miss any of my upcoming lessons. Under unit number 3, good people, that's where I'll take you through box and whisker plot. You don't want to miss that. And most importantly, guys, when you take a question paper, any past question paper, and you have a look at a box and whisker plot, it might look a bit intimidating. But one thing for sure, if you have done unit 1 and 2, you will perfectly understand unit number 3. So just make sure, good people, that you start from the starting point. You might be studying, you might be catching up on my previous lessons on my YouTube channel. Just make sure that in case if you see something that you do not understand, it could be because that is not the starting point of what you're trying to learn. So everything has got a starting point. Statistics, this is where you start. Mean, median, and mode. And then you move on to unit 2, unit 3, and then lastly, unit 4. This is where we focus on, it's more about organizing data. So we go out and collect data, and then we can, work out all of this, perform those calculations, and then finally, try to organize the data accordingly. But most importantly, guys, this is where you might score most of your marks. Depending on the grade that you are in, you might need to therefore, spend much of your time in trying to understand organizing data. So before I move on to the next part of our lesson for today, I just want to check with you guys if all that I've explained up to this point, if it makes sense. Did you understand what I was trying to achieve out of what I've just explained now? I just want to quickly make sure that I put my notes away.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means it's everyone who's happy with what I've just explained, isn't it? No questions. No one has got any questions.
No questions, sir.
No question from Shreyas. Okay, then it's fine. Then it's fine, Shreyas. So let me just pull out these in preparation for the next part of our lesson for today. But before I do that, let me just quickly do these. Okay, so let me just bring that one over there. I hope you guys can be able to clearly see. But remember, guys, we just indicated that under unit 1, we measure, we focus on the measure of central density, where I'm mostly interested in explaining to you what exactly mean is. So The simplest definition that I could come up with is that mean is commonly known as average. That's it. So it's more like when you say mean, we are simply talking about average. What does average mean, Bantu Bakit? Average, in terms of the formula, you can just write it as mean or otherwise average. How do we calculate average? So average is the sum of whatever data that you've got. Remember, the sum means you add. So it's more like at the top, we are having total. And then from there, you divide by the number that you have added with. For example, let's say, let me check. In this lesson, we've got 12 learners attending. But now, each of you guys have got different ages. Let's say we've got someone at the age of, no, it can't be 7. Is there someone who's 7 years old? Dumza, you look like you're 7 years old. Are you not 7 years old? I think Dumza is 17. Yes, let's say 17. What is it? 18, 15, maybe another one 15, another one 13, another one whatever. So let's say it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 learners attending this lesson today. So how do we calculate average? So that means you must add 17 plus 18 plus 15 plus 15 plus that. Then you get a total. The total that you are getting is actually that. So this sign, it means the sum, meaning you add. The X represent those values that you are adding with. And then here, when we say the number, we are referring to how many learners. We've got learner number 1 aged 17, learner 2 18, learner 3 15, learner 4 15, learner 5 13, which means you're going to divide by 5 because a total number of learners attending this lesson for today were 5. So that means you can never, I don't think so, but no, let me not say that because it happens. Sometimes you might be working with decimals, but otherwise, this is what average mean in simple terms. So otherwise, this is how you calculate an average. I'm just not sure if it makes sense to everyone. And most importantly, guys, for you to calculate an average, it doesn't mean you need to be having your data in ascending order. You can calculate your mean or average with a data unarranged. I'm not sure if that makes sense, guys. So it's more like you don't need to rewrite this information starting by 13, 15, 15, 17, then 18. The data as it is, you just add everything because even if you have arranged it in that ascending order, you'll still get the same correct answer because at the end of the day, you are going to add those values. The total will be the same. You know, I just said something that reminded me of a friend of mine who used to say, while others were saying, at the end of the day, our friend would say, at the end of the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, for today's lesson, if you hear me saying at the end of the day, Just know that I'm imitating that friend of mine who used to say at the end of the day, while everyone else were saying at the end of the day. So here comes the question, guys. I just want to make sure that at the end of the day, everyone understands. Is there someone who's got a question in relation to what I've explained, or otherwise, does it make sense to everyone in terms of how we calculate the mean or the average? Hmm. No response. I suppose the message is still on its way. But for the last time, is there someone who's got a question based on how to calculate an average?
Question on my side, sir.
Tabile Madojeni says she's got no question. Okay, then it's fine. I'll just remove all of this. Or maybe let me use a practical example, Shreya. I'm not yet convinced that everyone have a visualization of what mean or average actually refers to. Let's say we've got a learner there who is, let's say, 2.5 meters high. And then we've got another one there who is, there is the ground. Both of them are on the ground. And then we have that one who is, let's say, 2 meters. And then we have another one, let's say, there, who is, let's say, 1.5 meters. And then we have the taller one there, who is, even though it's exaggerated, let's say 3 meters high. So when we talk about an average, guys, we are actually trying to calculate, let's say, the average height. We know we've got person number 1, person number 2, person number 3, person number 4. And we record the heights of this honorable members over there. So in order for you to calculate the average height, that would mean mean or average. It's actually equals to the sum of the heights. Let me just write H there. The sum of the heights divided by the number of people that you collected the heights from, or the data of the heights from. So let's see. What will be the total? That means you must add that plus that plus that plus that. Let's see. How much is that? That plus that is 3, is 3 and a half, is 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means it's 9 over how many of these individuals are there? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 of them. So the answer that you're going to get, I think, is 2, something. Let me just quickly check. It's going to be 9 divided by 2 equals 2, not divided by 2, but by 4. So it's 2.25 meters. So that means an average height. If this one is 2, you just add by a smaller piece there. So that means an average height, it is actually that height over there. So it's more like a height of a person who is in between. Who is in between when you consider that, and that. An average height would be this one of 2.25 meters. So Tabile or Kuli, it's more like Wamumaharing. I'm not sure if you now get a picture of what we're trying to achieve when we calculate the mean. I'm not sure. Does it now make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. Let me now remove all of this and we move on to the next. Let's see. Where are we? We are now on a median. We are now on a median. How do we define median? So in my notes, I've defined median as the middle value in sample group arranged in ascending order. So this information is there in the library. So there is the middle value in a sample group, which is arranged in ascending order. Something very much important that you need to be aware of is that we're talking about the middle value, Bantu Bagit, the middle value in a sample group, which is arranged in ascending order. So that means when we are dealing with the median, we therefore look at the information which has been arranged. So let's see. We can have size 2, size 7. Let me just follow this order. Let me check who has attended in the class. Shreyas wears size 2, Hamisa size 7, Kuli size 4, Shravan, let's say size 3, Zweletari wears size 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then it's fine. When we talk about the median, guys, the median, we talk about the middle value in a sample group. Up to there, this is what we call a sample group. So we've collected a information of the shoe size of these learners. So if we want to know the median, the size which is actually in the middle, we firstly need to rearrange this in a specific order. What order? Ascending order. What does it mean, ascending? It means from the less value to the bigger value. What is the less value? Is 2. Let's try to rearrange it. 2 followed by what? By 3 followed by what? By 4, then followed by what? 7, and then 8. Then when we talk about the median, we talk about the middle value. So you're going to count to say 1, 1, 2, 2. Then can you see? You therefore have 4 being the middle value. So this is what we therefore call the median of that sample group. In terms of the average, you can either use this ungrouped or unarranged data, or otherwise this arranged data. You are still going to get the same value, because when we talk about the sum of the shoe size, you just add that plus that plus that plus that plus that, then you get the total. You divide by how many learners did we take the information regarding their shoe size. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you divide by 5. That's how you get your average. So I'm not sure in terms of the median, are we all happy there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. I'll just remove all of this because remember, guys, some of you might be knowing all this information already, but what I'm trying to achieve in today's lesson, it's actually to try and make you visualize what exactly are you calculating when you calculate a, for example, the average, or what are you looking at when you're trying to get what we call the median. So now let's talk about the mode. Let's talk about the mode. How do we define the mode? Good people, the mode is the value that appears most often. That is the shortest explanation that I could. The value that appears appears most often. This is what we call the mode. I hope this one is a self-explanatory. So mode is just a number that repeats itself more than any other number in the sample. Maybe if you have, let's say 2, 4, 7, 17, 19, 2, maybe 3, 4, 4, 4, 9. So the mode would be that number that repeat itself the most. Obviously, I've made it too obvious. We can see 4 is the one that repeats itself the most, which means this is what we call the mode. I hope that also makes sense to everyone. So this might seem very easy. I'm about to explain to you exactly where you get all this thing wrong. But before I do that, is everyone happy there with the explanation for the mode?
Yes, sir.
Last one to confirm.
We're happy.
Sir.
Okay, 100%. So let me remove all of this. Let me remove all of that. So this is an exercise that we're about to do under unit number 1. Remember, guys, I think tomorrow, tomorrow bantu bakiti. Just make sure that you fully understand what I'll be explaining in today's lesson so that you don't fall behind in tomorrow's lesson. So make sure that at the end of the day you don't already you are at home. I wanted to say just make sure that you don't go home without you understanding all that was explained in today's lesson. But very, very much important, good people, that you pay full attention to all the details. So now let's quickly do this exercise. I've already written the question there, which says, how long is the average name? Is there someone who can guess based on that question in terms of what could this information represent? I think this is a very nice question for you guys to think about and respond to that. Remember, guys, if you want to respond to my question, just unmute, mention your name, and I'm going to choose from the names brought forward. So my question is based on that question which says, how long is the average name? The question is, what do you think this information represent? Mm. Kolahan, why utlwisisa ka fo? Why utlwisisa? Uyayizwisisa? Lebza? Mm. Hey,
I have no idea.
no idea.
So,
Yebo.
Understand the question.
so I think the numbers represent the number of letters.
Yes. Yes. Bantu bakithi. The question says, how long is the average name? So this information, it means they asked Lebogang, and they said in a class of whatever number, they said, Lebogang, how long is your name? Then you say, my name has 4 letters. Lebogang Seko says, my name has 6 letters. Sandile, my name has 3 letters. Frias, 4 letters. Hamisa, 7 letters. Kuli, 6 letters. Whatever, 5, whatever. So these letters represent, these numbers represent the length of the names of learners in class. So that means they had to go and ask everyone, how long is your name? 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 Let's see. Hey, what's happening with my marker there? Hey, okay, let me get a different marker. I want to see how long is my name. My name is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means this is me. They asked me, how long is your name? Then I said, my name has got 7 letters. They went to another one, 6, another one, 5, whatever. What are we trying to achieve in collecting all the names of all learners? It's more like we want to try and determine what is an average name. What is an average, or how long is the average name? So an average is going to guide us to say, maybe if we do calculations there, and maybe let's say we get our average to be 6. So that means when you name your child, play around 6 letters. Don't find yourself, trying to come up with a name, and the name of your child, Hamisa, you name them at the end of the day. How long is at the end of the day? Just imagine at the end of the day, let's say it's 17 letters. Then it's going to be not necessarily a very funny name, but it's more like you've named them a paragraph. You know what I mean? So let's say, for example, you move out of South Africa when average name is 6. Then you go to a complete new country, and you happen to have a baby in that new country. If you want to how do I explain this? If you don't want to be out of an average name, you might need to try and ask your neighbors to say, how long is your name? Maybe they say 13. You go to another neighbor. How long is your name? They say 17. Another one. How long is your name? 18. You go to the other province, for example. How long is your name? 9. Other province. How long is your name? Let's say 14. The other one, 14. The other one, 10. The other one, 22. So for you to name your child, that means you might need to calculate an average based on the number, or let me say based on this data, to say there was one who had 17 letters, 13 letters, 14, 10, that. Then you calculate an average. You add all of this, you get a total. Then you divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's maybe quickly do this. I think it's a great exercise. So for you to know how long you should name your child is going to be 17 plus 13 plus 9 plus 10 plus 14 plus 14 plus 18 plus 22 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you divide by 8. And then you say, then it gives you 14 comma that. Then you round to the nearest. So that means for the baby that you are having, for you, hey, Lebogang, Lebza Seko, ka Sepedi ba re o ska ba Phuri. Wa tseba Phuri mos Lebza? How do I say this in Zulu? Lebogang Moloi, nizoisho kanjani le nto le? I can't say for you to fit in. You should. I also can't say for you to stay relevant. How can I say this? Hamiso, can you help us there with English? Shreyas, my English is on 2 megabytes, Mr. Shreyas. How do I say this? Or is there someone? I think Sandile, with you responding to my question, is going to tell if you understand what I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to be able to visualize the importance of calculating an average. So it's more like for you not to shock the people of Japan, for example. If you are in Japan and you collected this data in Japan, for you not to shock those guys, don't name, for example, your baby Ivy, because Ivy is just 3 letters. Then for those guys with lengthy names, they'll be surprised to say, you just name your child Ivy, just 3 letters. And again, for example, you go to let's say you go to Spain, and then when you get to Spain, you find that the length of the names is just 3, 2, 4, 5, 3, 2, whatever. It's going to shock the guys in Spain for you to have a child who has a name with 15 letters. So that means when you are in Spain, you will need to collect this data and calculate the average. Then it's going to give you an average length of the name of a person in Spain. Lebza, Oroskaba Puri, then you should just say, let's see, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus that is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 5, it's 16, plus 3 is 19. Then it's 19 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. 19 divided by 6, it's equals to 3,1. Then you can just say 4. So that means you can name your child what is it? Label. Yes, you can just say label. These guys in Spain, they won't be surprised, but the guys in Japan, they will be surprised. So, do you guys have an understanding of how we use average in real life? In which way does average help us in real life? Does it make sense to everyone, guys? Bantu bakithi liyayizwisisa le ndaba le. Silence in court. Guys, does it mean it's not making sense with you being silent? Do I need to explain it again?
No, sir, it makes sense.
Okay, someone just confirmed that they do understand. Okay, then let's try to work out this exercise. So, Sandile, they say the number of letters in the first names of learners was recorded as follows. Someone who's quick, can you tell how many learners gave the length of their name? Or how many learners were asked regarding the length of their names? How many?
It's 10.
10.
Learners.
Eh? How many?
26 learners, sir.
Hey, I had like 10. Okay, so
26.
36.
26 learners.
26, ne?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So that means, let's say the number of letters in the first names of 26 learners was recorded as follows. So this is the information that we recorded from 26 learners, each with their whatever number of hey, what do I want to say? At the end of the day, you get it. Hey, 3 years. Okay, that's fine. So the number of letters in the first names of 26 learners was recorded as follows. So the question would be, calculate the arithmetic mean or arithmetic average. So here comes the question. For us to calculate the average or arithmetic mean, do we need to have that data in ascending order, or can we use it as it is?
So we can use as it is.
Okay, we can use as it is. But now, what is the formula for calculating the arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean or average. What is the formula for calculating arithmetic mean?
So it's the sum of x over n.
Hey.
So it's the sum of all learners, yeah, divided
Mm.
by the number of all learners. Okay?
Yes. Yes. So let's say the formula is equals to the sum of x over n. So what is the sum there? Can we try to all take out our calculators and calculate? Let's see. I'm having that plus 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 that. This is what I'm getting. I'm not sure. What are you guys getting? What is the total there? Hey, why is it like everyone ran away now? Balega.
I got 145.
145. Yo. Why is it different from mine? So this is the easy, difficult part. You just have to add all of those. You miss one number, everything is wrong.
145.
145. Hey. Why is it like me who's getting a wrong number?
I got 145.
Hey. Lebza. Are you still calculating? Seems like Lebza still. Hamisa, what are you getting there? I'm sure you got 5 million there. Ndokozo. Uthola yini lapho Ntombo? Are you still calculating? I'm getting one.
Should we just
Okay, it's breaking. Okay, let's add 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 9 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 9. Hey, 145. That means I got hammered. Hey, guys, can you see how tricky this thing is? At first, I got 151. But now I'm getting 145. And it seems like everyone else is getting 145. Hey, you guys are eating carrots, man. Just make sure that you don't miss any number, guys, because once that happens, then everything else is wrong. So, what is the average there? Hmm?
5,58.
Okay. 5, let's say 5,6, but round it off to the nearest so that you have a whole number. So that means an average is 6 because you can't have 5.6 name. If it's kgolagano, it's kgolagano. Yes. If it's lebogang, it's lebogang. If it's tumi, it's tumi. It has to be a whole number. I hope you guys do get that part. So let's see. Is it everyone who's getting that? Obviously, if you got that number, then this number you get it by counting all the. Okay, so here comes a question. That 6, what does it mean based on what I've been trying to explain to you? Is there someone who can try to explain what that 6 mean, or how can that 6 be used? What can we do with that 6? Or what does it mean to us? Anyone would like to give it a try? Okay, so this 6 Bantu Bakiti, it simply means that averagely, the name or the length of the name is actually 6 based on that data which was collected. So average depends on the data that you are having. If, for example, I start to add more letters, or I start to ask more learners in that same class or in that same school, if maybe 26 was half of the class, if I continue to ask some more learners, then that means the average is going to change. It might still be 6, or it might be 5, it might be 7, or whatever. So that means average is never the same. It all depends on the data that you have collected. So that means averagely, each learner has got the length of their name closer or around 6 letters. I hope that makes sense. So the same exercise can still be done in this lesson by asking the length of each learner's name. Okay, so now the second question is they want you to calculate the median. Anyone who would like to suggest how can we calculate the median? Bantu bakithi. The median.
So I think you say 6 divided by 2.
Thabile, sir.
Tabile, go for it. Tabile, 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 tabile. Remember to unmute your mic, honorable member. You might be busy preaching there.
We need
Forget
to rearrange the numbers starting from the smallest to the biggest.
Yes. And then from there, what do? We just take the middle number, isn't it? Okay. Could be the issue of time it takes for my message to deliver. But now let's try to have that data arranged in order. So everyone on your side, let's
Yes,
try
sir,
to
we take the
arrange
middle number.
that information in order. And the order that she specified is ascending order from small number to a big number. Let's try to do that. I see the small number seems to be 3. There is 3. So we have 3. How many 3s do we have? There's another one. We have 3. So I like circling those once I've done with that number. Another number after 3 is 4. So I see 4 there. I see 4 there. There's another 4. 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 And there is another last 4. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Make sure not to miss a number, guys. After 4, obviously it's 5. I see 5 there, 5. I see 5 there. Another 5 there. Another 5 there. How many 5s? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we have 3 5s. So let's see. There we've got 1, 6. There 1, 6. There 1, 6. There 6. There 6. There 6. How many 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! Oh, there. Yo. The 6th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. Whoa. Just make sure that at the end of the day, all the information that you're writing there, it matches the total that you're having there. So let's now move to 7. There is 1, 7 there. There is another 7 there. Where is another 7? Seems like we have only 2. There's 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Let's go to 8. There we have 8 there. 8. We have another 8 there. We have another 8 there. Do we have another? No. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to 9. There we have 9 there. And then there we have 9 there. So we have 1, 2. So if everything has been circled, it means there's no number that I left out. So for me to know that I've recorded them correctly, that's if when I count all of this, they are the same number as that. I know all of that is 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yes. Yes. Hey, I'm telling you guys, imagine you being in exam. You have circled everything. You start counting and it now gives you 27. Yo. Tabile, I'm telling you, hey, you'll be sweating big time. You'll be sweating big time. I'm telling you. So just make sure, good people, that at all times you pay full attention to all the details. So just make sure that you have your eyes wide open so that you can make sure that you don't miss any number. Because just imagine you having done all of this and the numbers don't match. That's why I used a pencil to circle those, so that in case if it doesn't correspond, then I can easily erase everything and start over. But if you use a pen and you've got your ink there, it might not be easy to redo it again. Just be careful of that. So now I think we are in a better position to obviously get the median being the middle value. So obviously we might need to count such that we find the meeting point or the midpoint. I'm just not sure of how you guys would do this, but there's a way in which you can calculate to get to the middle value. So it's more like you know that half of 26 is equals to 13. So it's just for you to get to the 30th number. But instead of us having to use calculations, let's say maybe this is how you do it. You'd say, I'm just not sure of how to explain this one without using that calculation. I'm not sure. Is there someone who's got maybe a different method? Because for me, I just know that if the total is 26, then I say 26 divided by 2. Then I know that I'm getting 13. So that means I must count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then this is the number. Okay, let me see. This is the number that I can use to calculate the midpoint. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then I've counted 13 from this direction and again 13 from that direction. So in this case, where you have even number, you might need to get the value which is in between the two numbers, meaning you add this plus that and you divide it by 2, then you might get 5.5, which becomes your median. I'm not sure. Is this how you guys were taught on how to do it, or were you taught differently, or otherwise? Do you understand what I've just explained over there?
Yes, yes, sir. I understand.
Yes, I understand.
Is it everyone who gets it, guys? Are you sure it's everyone who understands?
Understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Remember, we have even numbers and we also have odd numbers. Even numbers are those numbers of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, whatever, in multiple of 2. And this one, I think, does it start from 1? Then it's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, whatever. So it seems like in this case, we are actually having an even number being 26. So that is why you need to do that calculation of saying this value plus that value being 5 plus 6 and you divide it by 2, you are most likely to get 5,5, which is a value in between 5 and 6. That is the median. But in cases where you have an odd number, for example, an odd number could be, I think 9 is an odd number. Then when it comes to 9, let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can count to say 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So you just take this value as it is, and that becomes your median. Yes, I think I've explained it better there. I'm not sure. Are we all on the same page there? Do you guys allow me to move to the next question, being the last question in today's lesson?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so the last question, this one is the difficult question. Everything else that we have done, it should be an easy exercise. But this one being the last one, it says the mode. Calculate the mode. What formula do we use to calculate the mode?
There's a formula for mode.
Hey, nami angazi ntombo. Mbuzani na ukuthi siyenza kanjani?
I've never heard about a formula of mode.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes,
Never,
we
never, never,
only
never,
just
never,
pick it
never.
from the data.
Okay, then what is the mode?
It's 4.
Hmm?
It's 4, sir.
Number which appears the most in the data, which is 4 on that data.
Do you guys agree with that? Is she correct in saying that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So that means the mode is not calculated, but it is just a value that you read from the given data. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of our lesson for today, of which I do assume that all of you guys did understand the business of the day. So, what we've done is just an introduction to prepare you when we get to this part being unit 2. So, guys, just make sure that chapters like this one, just make sure that you understand them to the fullest, because they will help you, to get good pass. Because obviously, if you don't maximize on questions which are easy, you will get distracted and confused by other questions. So just make sure that you emphasize these chapters which are easy. Make sure that you maximize on them in terms of you getting the marks, so that on those other questions which might be a bit difficult, then you know that even if you score less marks on those ones, you can still pass very well, because you've actually accumulated more marks on the easiest questions. So in tomorrow's lesson, guys, we'll be looking at the range, quartiles, interquartile range, semi-quartile range, percentiles, and 5-number summary. So that falls under unit 2. So just make sure not to miss tomorrow's lesson. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you did enjoy as much as I did. Let me sign out. But anyway, you guys do have a very good night. My name is Desmond, and I'm out.
Thank you, sir.